What is going on, guys? Anger Collections in the house for another video. Wow, it's been a while, right? It's been a while since my last live stream. I know some of you guys are, waiting for it, but it's kind of hard to really find time these days, man. I've been very busy with family, with work, and all other things, man. But you know what? We'll find time, right? We'll definitely find time. I kind of miss doing these live streams, talking to you guys, having a nice conversation in the busy world out there, man. It's just sometimes you need some type of break, right? So today we're going to talk about a very interesting conversation between the professor, Tulane Community College, and the creator of magic, Richard Garfield. If you guys don't know Richard Garfield, yeah, created Magic the Gathering, man. Best game, created by mankind, bro. So it was a very interesting conversation. They hit a couple points and a couple interesting topics, but today I want to specifically just talk about two things. Um, the when Richard Garfield got asked about the reserve list, and the what he thinks about universes and beyond. So let's start with reserve list, right? If you guys don't know reserve list, reserve list cards, list of cards that was promised by WotC that they're never going to reprint this because of the backlash from the collector community about their cards being reprinted in like chronicles, things like that. And I did look because it was it's weird when he got asked about like what he thinks about the reserve list, and he immediately said like, "What is reserve list?" I'm like, "Wow, what is reserve list?" So I had to like look it up, man. I had to like look it up. So Richard Garfield actually left Magic like a full time employee, left Magic around 1994. Like, I mean, you can Google it. I don't know if Google is bamboozling me, but that's what it says. He left full time Magic the Gathering in 1994. Yeah, and then I mean, he didn't technically like he still did some parts like as a contractor. That's what it says. So he still works in like some type of like on sets, but he he left Magic 94, man. That's wild to me. I mean, if you think about it, that's when it started. Like from what it says, like the commercial for Magic, it was released around 93. So he left Magic 94, and then as you guys may know, reserve list was implemented March of 96. So when he answered about like what is reserve list, it kind of makes sense that he doesn't know about the reserve list. So that's why the professor explained to him like what is reserve list, and so it's just kind of funny, right? Like the creator of Magic does not know anything about the reserve list. That is wild to me. But um, he did say that if Watson made a promise that they're not going to reprint these cards because of the value aspect, and people collecting them, they shouldn't break it. Plain simple. But he did say that it was a bad promise. I think the only reason why he said it's a bad promise because Richard Garfield is more on the side of the player. Like he doesn't really he doesn't want to sacrifice um gameplay for a collector, for value, money. He when he realized that the purpose of reserve is like maintaining the value of those very expensive high end vintage cards. He didn't really like it. It was a bad promise to make, but yeah, he does not want to sacrifice. Like, you're gonna limit like these cards for not getting reprinted, just so, like, for the value for the collector. What if like other players want to play with them, so that's kind of cool though. That's he is he's really want for players to play with these cards, not like just to collect with them. So as far as like the whole reserve list conversation, I think that's pretty much it. And it's just wild that he does not know anything about the reserve list until I looked it up, that he left Magic uh 94, but then he still continued as like a part-time contractor. So that's crazy. Like, no idea about reserve list. And for me, in my opinion, as some of you guys already know, that my opinions about reserve is like in the beginning of reservist boom, right? The whole alpha investments, and other content creators that's making the whole reserve list investment, things like that. It was pretty big. People really got into it. I got into like high end reserve list cards. I bought in like revised dual lands in my Power 9, but I'm coming from not an investor, but more on the collecting side, because it's like it's vintage cards, man. Those cards, I never owned those cards when I was a kid. So now I had money, um, you know, I was able to afford those cards. But long long story short, I became a dealer, and now it's different. It's way more different. But yeah, so it was pretty big, but now that I'm a dealer, it changed me how I look at these cards, especially reservist cards, and the way Watsy is moving forward with these. We're gonna get to it, universes and beyond. I have a feeling that reservist cards um, will stay. I mean, they're not gonna break the promise, but in the long run, it might not matter. Reserve list might not matter. It's still going to be the list of cards, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal long term, because of the whole universe and beyond, and secret layer and things like that. So that's just my opinion, though, and it's cool that Rudy from Alpha Investments made a video about the whole vintage cards recently. That it's like a lost decade. They're not tanking. They're not like moving anything. Just steady and just like dead money, pretty much. So that's really that for reserve list. So now moving to the universes and beyond. So Richard Garfield got asked about what do you think about universes and beyond. At first, he said that he doesn't have any idea. He took a shot that, I mean, he was right about it, on point. It's like other IPs going into Magic, right? What? Let's see. What's up, Four Keeps Gaming? How's it going? What's up, bro? What's up, man? What is going on? Let's see. What is this? There you go. So, as far as universes and beyond, uh, very interesting, because now Richard threw the question back to Professor on what he thinks about all this universe and beyond, and plain simple, right? Like the gameplay in these days, like you're playing against Iron Man, Captain America, with SpongeBob, with all of these IPs, Transformers, Lord of the Rings. This is literally what's going on right now. Like this is in gameplay. Like this is how mixed it is with other IPs and Magic the Gathering. Um, uh, what up, Anger? Rough deck list on my page. Nate Bullock, what's going on, bro? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Not too much. Taking pics of things to sell. There you go. Cleaning the house. Getting ready to move back across the country. There you go. Yeah. We're gonna be doing that soon, man. We're gonna be doing that same thing. So, you know what Richard responds between the universe and beyond? Um, he he feels the way he took Professor answer about it. He feels like so wrong about this universe and beyond, because he made an example, right? He made an example about Arabian Nights, right? The first expansion. Uh, he thinks about uh, like expansion and these universe and beyond IP. He feels like, um, does it, the way he questioned Professor was like, what do you feel about it? Does it hurt? Like right away, it feels like he didn't really he didn't really like consider whatever Professor answered, because he immediately say like he feels so wrong about it. Like immediately he was like, what do you think about it? Do you think it hurts Magic? Do you think things like that, right? Do you think it's like a good or bad? And as Professor, he's like an old school guy. Like he thinks that it does not hurt Magic, but obviously it does kind of like move away from how Magic was, and even like the I guess the spirit of Magic the Gathering, because it's like, I mean, come on, SpongeBob, freaking Iron Man, Marvel, Final Fantasy. So he feels he didn't really like the sound of it. Like literally, he doesn't like any sound of it. And the way he thinks about what they should have done, in my opinion, is like, it should not be included in kind of like the main set of Magic. Let's just say, like Zendikar, right? Like Zendikar should not have like Brothers War. Brothers War should not have Transformers. It's like so it was so off. If you think about it, like, yeah, Urza, Mishra, it's a cool set, right? Like Urza Saga, Mirage, you kind of feel like the old school vibe to it. But then again, like you get like these Transformer kind of throw on the set. So that's kind of like what I think what he was saying. Do you think that it kind of hurt the set? It kind of hurt the overall feel of the set when you're opening, when you're playing it. So I think, from what I think, what he's saying is like, I think these Universe and Beyond should be on its own. Like I'm thinking like Secret Lair, in my opinion. Like the way he was saying it is like it shouldn't be like Magic the Gathering set. It should be like kind of like a specialty set to where like um like a promo, things like I said, Secret Lair is like, in my opinion, is kind of serving that promo, specialty cards, like fun cards, for other IP, not like the freaking main set, like what we're getting now, like Lord of the Rings, Final Fantasy, Spider-Man, and all other stuff too. Like look at Secret Lair SpongeBob. For me, that feels, good to me, because even though it's like a Magic card, it's like SpongeBob art. You can play it because it's like a legit Magic card, but then like the name is on the card itself. It's just a different, SpongeBob name and all other IPs. I think that's what he was saying. Like, even though like this is basically full on Watsy is trying to move in this direction. And I think I agree with Professor that, you know, Universe and Beyond doesn't really hurt Magic per se, because modern era, like all these sci-fi and things like that, and like all the new kids in the block entering Magic, they're all young kids, man, and they know more about this. They recognize more on these IPs than Magic the Gathering. So you know I guess they're moving. That's where the money is at, man. So I think that's why I say it does not hurt it. It actually helps Magic put out in the wild. Like people that are not fan of Magic, but big fan of Marvel, and Lord of the Rings, Final Fantasy. It puts it out there, but it definitely hurts the overall how Magic was before. Let's see, what is this? Genesis Nightmare, what's going on, bro? Welcome to the stream. I agreed. I think Universe Beyond should be Secret Lair only, or Secret Lair should just be promos on in Universes Beyond sets, but keep UB instead of trying to make it standard. So that's the what the creator of Magic thinks about Universes and Beyond. Like he made an example of Arabian Nights, because like it's kind of like the first major set, right? The first release of an expansion set, and he kind of compared it to Universes and Beyond, because it's like an experiment, and they don't know what to think about it, like what the player collector will think about Arabian Nights. I mean, obviously it went really well. It was accepted and all. It's one of like the best sets out there. But he compared it to Arabian Nights, and it's actually a good comparison, because when they started Alpha Beta Unlimited, um, it wasn't like that. It's not like a specific like theme. It's just like monsters, dragons, vampires. It wasn't like a place, or like uh it's way different. So if you compare to Universe and Beyond, same thing. What do you think? All these SpongeBob, all these Marvel, like now it's like a pretty much legit set that's coming out. Lord of the Rings, Final Fantasy. These cards will be added to gameplay. These cards will be added to the overall Magic cards, like printed. And the gameplay these days, as Professor explained, that yeah, you're playing. It's all mixed. It's if you're an old school player, how would you feel about playing against? It's for me. I think it's gonna be super freaking confusing, in my opinion, because you got used to the one on one, and you got used to the art of Magic, the gameplay of Magic, to where like the art, just simple. It's nothing like freaking, you know, I know Commander, right? It's like four players playing. You got Marvel over there, Marvel cards over there. There's like SpongeBob, and not to mention, the Secret Lair cards. Even though they're not really Universes and Beyond, the art, the variants, the freaking so much stuff out there. That's like, if you look, I wish I could take a picture of like a regular gameplay of Magic these days, like just the board, just the board itself, like so mixed up with like Secret Lair cards, Universe and Beyond cards, different like different like box stopper cards. It's so like, if you're an old school player, you're probably gonna be, Jesus Christ, what happened to Magic? And they're yeah, they're leaning towards on the collector side of Magic, and I kind of have like a mixed feeling about it, because I feel like that is what Magic is missing, especially these days with the whole sports cards Pokemon boom, right? And like everyone's like love collecting, want to like buy all these expensive cards, hoard all these expensive cards, invest in these cards, and Magic, no one's really grading these modern cards. No one's really collecting or you know completing a set of Magic. No one is really doing it. Maybe there's a few out there, but no one's really doing it. And with them moving to Universe and Beyond a lot more, with them putting all of these serialized cards, with them putting different variants, different dragon scale shit, like freaking glitter shit out there, they're making, they're leaning towards more on what's going on, like in the current, TCG world, which is like everyone just want to collect, everyone just want to invest. And I mean, that's, you can say it's a good side because it puts Magic out there, but it's really going out of on their way with how Magic was, like with how Richard Garfield feel about it, because Richard Garfield is more about the players. Like he's really like, for players, play cards, doesn't sacrifice gameplay over any collector. Like literally, that's what he said. Let's see. I feel like Secret Lair kind of takes away from alter artists as well. Like if you want SpongeBob on your card, go get it altered by an artist. I can agree to that, Genesis. Like they're yeah, the artists, that's basically why they're there. Like they can alter cards, they can create their own feel about, like, let's say they want to change a certain card, and if you want to request a freaking Transformer card, or I don't know, a Pokemon card, you can do it. But the Secret Lair, they're taking away that to all of the artists. But it's their way of making money, man. That's what it is. Hell yeah, I like Tiden doing a Vader on a mana curve. I know, right? See, that's what I'm saying. What if they do Star Wars next? Who knows, man? Yeah, they can do a freaking Soul Ring Star Wars. I have no idea. you know, right? Yep. SpongeBob killed me though. That nuts. Uh, I think that this is. I think even though like we've already seen a lot of Universe and Beyond, like I mean we're getting like Airbender, like this is still in my opinion, this is still in the beginning phase, man. Like there's so much stuff out there that they can do, like there's so much. All that's all I'm saying. So expect there will be like a whole lot more, and the fact that they're actually considering Universe and Beyond as a set. I mean, Final Fantasy a set this year, Spider-Man a set this year, Airbender a freaking set this year. There's no more like block of Magic to where you know Concept Arceer, Fate Reforged, and Dragons of Arceer. There's no more like those block sets. Even if they change the whole setting of the blocks these days, there's no more of those, man. They're just like one set, Tarkir Dragonstorm, one set, Aether Drift, once there's no more block, it's like every, which is crazy because they should have done it like the same, because they're pumping out sets every single month, so might as well make a block per month. There's a set that comes out and they're like together. It's not like you have cars on Aether Aether Drift, and then you have Dragons and Tarkir, and then what's next? You're gonna have like Final Fantasy. What in the what in the world? You're like Cars, Dragons, which is good, successful set, right? And then Final Fantasy. Yes, it's going to be successful, but to mix all of those cards, man, and not to mention, who in the world can appreciate Aether Drift when we're going to freaking Final Fantasy? Yeah, Tarkir Dragonstorm, that's old news. It was released last week, but you know what? That's old news already. Who can appreciate each set of Magic if you're pumping out like random shit every single? It, there's even in between, like there's like Secret Lair. I don't know, man. You know what? It's money. They want money. They really want money. They want to pump all these different sets every single month. Yes, the novels were awesome. Book per set, trilogy per block. I think I'm only missing a couple of them. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Ooh, got a lot of comments. Appreciate you guys hanging out, man. I know it's been a while since my last live stream, but we're looking for, a set time, but it's kind of hard these days, All right, let's see. Yep. Let's see, what is this? Who right forgot about Arabian as basically being UB? Yep. Oh, I miss all these comments over here. Also, MTG used to have amazing stories, some in book form, yeah, but with trying to release so many sets and half of them being from someone else's stories or ideas, there's no time to focus in MTG lore. Yeah, it's basically they're going away, and that's the reason why Richard Garfield, he feels wrong about Universe and Beyond. He feels wrong about it. Like it does, from the way he took Professor's answered like, what do you think about Universe and Beyond? Like he was like, I don't like the sound of that, man. Like, bro, well, what are you talking about? Like, holy shit, that's freaking confusing. Like he does not, as a game designer, like, he doesn't like the sound of that at all. Like he feels like it should be in like a separate, I don't want to say a separate set, but like a separate product of Magic, like a certain, like, let's just say, like the standard sets, right, of Magic, and then there's like a subset to where, like, I don't know, like how we had Unglued, right? Something like that, something like in that sense that it's like you can't really play it, but I mean you can play it, but in like a, it's not it's not moving away from the actual set of Magic. And I feel like Secret Lair that's basically the purpose of Secret Lair, is they're pumping all these Universes and Beyond art and IP and putting like Counterspell or like Deadly Relic, like things like that, right? So I'm cool with that. But hey, WotC's gonna do what WotC wants, man. If it earns them a lot of money, that's what they're gonna do. That's what they're going to do. Don't forget. Let's see. What is this? Damn. Mick Mac, what's going on, bro? Welcome to the stream. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. Yeah, I loaned a buddy one trilogy for his D&D campaign and never seen them again. Holy moly. This is like different now. It's been a while. Like last time I used StreamYard, and I feel like it changed. I have to like literally click on every comment. Your things you wish you knew video kind of has me second guessing LLCing and just buy and sell casually. I don't know if I have time to keep up. Yeah, there's nothing. You can't keep up, man. You can't keep up these days. I can't. I can't even remember which set it was. Yeah, but yeah. So that's what I feel about the interview with Professor to Richard Garfield, and they talk about other things as well. But I just took those two things because for me, as a long time Magic content creator. I mean, I don't know, long time content creator, but like like a fan of Magic. These are like the two things that I also talk about. Your reserve cards and what I feel about universes and beyond. Like yeah, I mean, it's basically what it is, man. You know what's what's funny? Like Professor was like kind of like teared eye like towards the end, and it's understandable because like he's talking to the freaking creator of Magic, and the impact of Magic the Gathering to a lot of people. I mean, yeah, I can see him like really teared eye because that's like no one can really have like have that opportunity to talk to Richard Garfield, man. That's really big deal. So even though like I don't watch a whole lot of Professor's content anymore, I just saw it and read it. I was like, wow, Professor interviewing Richard Garfield. Wow, this could be interesting. Like I watched the whole thing, man, from beginning to end, and there were like some questions too from like other people, I guess, around Professor's friends. Um, but yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good watch, man. If you guys haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. And because think about it, if you're new to Magic, you're probably not going to understand like some of these things, and because we moved from how Magic was before to now, that's like he got even asked about like, oh, do you have a commander deck? Like I think he had one, he just doesn't remember. Like I think he had like a goblin deck or something like that, but he does not remember. But I don't even know if he is thinking the actual commander game these days. But yeah, I mean, there were so many interesting conversation within that 45 minutes. And so I highly recommend with you guys watching the whole thing as well. But other than that, yeah, I mean, business as usual. Like I said, just staying busy with Tcgplayer and eBay, just going through the motions, man. And yeah, I feel like I got like free time. My baby is asleep right now. That's the only time I had like to live stream. So, and I feel like this is a good topic because I don't think, even though like it reached 100,000 views already, um, yeah, I mean, you probably haven't like seen it, some of you guys. So order. Hold on, let's see. Order of the Lotus. Yo, what's going on, bro? Welcome to the stream. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. Let's see. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, go check it out, man. Like my YouTube feed these days, I'm having less and less, way less and less Magic content on my YouTube feed. It's I want to say it's a mix with Pokemon because I'm trying to learn about the whole Pokemon market. Because I added eBay, and that's specifically for my Pokemon slab inventory, and other stuff too, like outside the TCG world. And because um, these days there's really like few Magic content that is like very interesting. I know there's like the box openings, pack opening, those are, I don't know, man. Like I don't know what I feel about like the box opening these days, but it's cool. If you guys watch those, And like the commander gameplay. Like I saw like a multiple like videos of those like a long time ago, man. I just had, like I'd rather watch like something different. Sometimes even like long form video. That's why when I saw the interview, I was like, those are the kind of video I would watch these days. And nothing against other content creators. I'm sure everyone's like doing well with their YouTube journey with magic and stuff. I just like my YouTube feed is kind of like a mix of like even out, a lot of outside TCG, what's going on in the world, things like that. And it's kind of like it's flooded with that now. And there's like, I don't know, what do you guys watch these days? Like, besides the usual, I don't know, there's really no drama that's interesting. I don't know, man. There's really no, I don't know, that excites me to like, oh wow, that's very interesting. Maybe the unbanning. Oh shit, maybe the unbanning today, like of Commander, they might unban Jewel Lotus or like things like that. Maybe that, that could be fun. I can probably make a content out of it, but nothing. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's hard to say, man. It's hard to say. It's just magic content these days. I don't want to say it's, I don't know, boring, but like, I like, even if it's like, as long as it's like a good conversation between, you know, uh, like some topic, right? And it's long form, I'd rather click on that. I don't know. That's just me, though. That's just me. uh, I lurk in the shadows. I listen while I work. Yeah. So I like listening while I work too. And how can you how can you enjoy box opening, pack opening when you're like down listing, sorting cards, like how can you enjoy the video? How can you enjoy the video? So I'd rather listen in like in the background, just like they're having a good conversation of like, let's say MTG Goldfish. They have like conversation about a certain set or a certain things that they want to talk about, and it's like it could be boring, it could be not, but it's like a background instead of listening to music. That's basically music in my ears. So it's still a good content for me. So that's just me though. That is just me. But and also we what is this 37 minutes. I appreciate you guys hanging out, man. Like I said, it's been a while. My last live stream was, I don't know, probably months ago, man. I've been doing just regular videos, regular short videos. I appreciate all the new subscribers commenting, liking the videos, subscribing, sharing the videos even. I don't know. But yeah, you guys that are right now, like I said, appreciate you guys taking the time, man. And I don't know what else to talk about. Pretty much that's it. That's my notes to be here today. It's the professor interview with the creator of Magic. I have nothing else to pitch in. Maybe as far as work goes, it's been steady with my Tcgplayer and my eBay. I've been liking. I kid you not, I've been liking eBay a lot more now. It's so straightforward. It's like you just throw just about anything like an auction or even like buy it now, and yeah, it will just sell. And like there's, I don't know, it feels different, like the way eBay works, because that's the way I want it to work, is just specifically Pokemon slabs. And with my Tcgplayer, it's just all volume, man. Like literally volume of cards, commons and commons, rares, mythics, and range of like prices too. And it's all just volume. Like with eBay is definitely different. But having both is definitely awesome. Awesome now. Um, Distraction makers and sleevables, other longer form content is good. Yeah, yeah. Old Micmac. I agree. I agree. Even like some some random debate that you just saw, is like, oh, that could be an interesting topic. I may just click on that. Like I forgot. There's like a Jubilee something content. I mean, channel. They have like one disc versus 20 discs. Like, oh, that could be interesting. So I've been like watching a lot of those, and sometimes like what's happening in the market these days, what's happening with the overall economy, and sometimes like Pokemon content creators, they would have like a long form content. Oh, this happened. Scalpers happen. What's the next step? Distribution like messed it up. Like it's I'm exploring other than just Magic, because like I think I'm kind of tapped out with Magic content. Like there's, yeah, people will still make content about Dragons of Drakir, the new cards, spoiled cards, like new set, box opening, pack opening. We will still, I'm included to that. We will still like make content of that, but it's like, in for me as a viewer listener, I'd rather listen to like long form video, very interesting and just chill. That's the word. It's much chill to me, than just like, oh man, pack opening, holy shit, freaking serialized card pull. It's cool to make it, but like, man, it's like, oh, it's another video. It's funny. Oh man. Are we going to see custom packs with your logo? Custom packs? I don't know about custom packs though. Order of Lotus. I don't know. I haven't tried, but I did consider making a mystery packs, Anger Collection mystery packs long before. But with eBay, it actually might happen. Like mystery packs. I don't know if it's cards mystery packs or just a bulk. If you guys know Pokey Rev, he got this mystery packs to where you get 5 packs of like whatever the standard modern sets, right? And then you have a special pack over there that can range to like you know $5 to freaking hundreds and hundreds of dollar packs. That's actually a good route, man, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people already copied his style of mystery packs. I could do that. I could just throw in like 100 mystery packs in my eBay, and it's like a buy it now thing, and yeah, I could probably do that. The one thing that I really like, I don't know, man. Like this is just weird. I saw this content creator. Oh no, no, I saw this anime. I saw this anime. My kid is watching this anime on Netflix. I think it's Sakamoto Days. I kid you not, man. Sakamoto Days. If you guys haven't seen it, it's in Netflix. So my kid, my 11-year-old, was watching it, and then I was like, let's go watch it. And and it's just like this guy Sakamoto, he has a shirt, bro. I kid you not. I want this shirt. It's nothing special in the shirt. It's just plain black. You know what it says on the shirt? It just says tired. That's it. Plain black shirt, and it just says tired. I'm like, I told my wife, I gotta get that shirt. I have to get that. That's like the shirt for me. Like I would wear like black, white, all colors of that shirt every day. Like literally, that I would wear that shirt. It just says tired, because I because I feel tired basically every day. And you know what? That shirt is perfect for me. So I would wear 7 days a week that shirt. It says tired. So I think my wife saw a shirt in Amazon. It's like literally says tired and then period. I was like, wife, you gotta buy me that. You know, at least that, man. Even on my birthday, you can just buy me that. It's crazy. Oh man. Uh, right on, right on. So it this feels weird. Like I don't know if why is like every time I click on the comment, like I have to like click on it and it says show on stage. I can't just like I don't know, just have like one click or something, or like click on it and then it's just show on stage automatic. You know, that's really weird. I don't know. Well, that's probably like a new thing with StreamYard. So I don't know, but yeah. So I don't wanna I don't wanna bother you guys too much, man. I know it's like 46 minutes already. Um, I think I'm gonna continue work. I still have like orders to pack. Right there, right there, right there. I still have packs to. I still have orders to pack and ship and stuff. So I'm gonna continue doing that. And like I said, if you guys missed this whole video, you can start it. And you know, we got like good conversation about how I feel about the interview between Professor and Richard Garfield. And if you guys missed the whole Professor's video, you can watch that too, because there's other topics besides just reserve list cards and universes and beyond. So that's really that, man. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it, man. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing. Hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of my videos. And with that, anger out, boys. Peace.